G'day all and welcome to another episode. This one takes us all the way to Ontario, Canada and onto the Burnt River. During our time in the Burnt River we were chasing Musky and Smallmouth Bass, and although the Burnt River isn't particularly known for its large number of fish, all large size fish, we certainly mixed it up with a few good size of each species, and beautiful spot. So just soak in the scenery for a minute, get your head around it and enjoy. So this was a really productive area for us, just downstream of a short set of falls, and produced a couple of muskie and a beautiful smallmouth bass, as you're about to see, caught on a spinnerbait. I don't know if you can hear me over the water there, but just hooked another muskie, a big one, and dropped him. But anyway, I'm going to record a bit. It's a nice shallow spot here. Picking up just this side of that rock ledge out there, and he hit it hard and he went well. But anyway, they're a pretty bony mouth and they throw their head around a fair bit, and he spat the single hook on the spinnerbait I was using. See if we can get another one. Here's a healthy little muskie that I caught the next day on a inline bucktail spinner. Just have a look at the teeth on this thing. Look at those choppers. Awesome fish, really aggressive, really great fun. Yeah, so young Dylan wasn't real happy with the early morning start, but check out this next clip, and it all turned around for him. Oh yeah. How are we going to get him in the boat, I don't know. That's it, just let him do his thing. So after Dylan missed a fish earlier in the morning in this spot, we came back to see if we could find that fish, which we weren't able to do because it was a smaller one than this one. But anyway, we managed to see this, spot this fish actually, which turned out to be a bit of a key to catching them in this river. The water's fairly clear, and it worked out that you could actually, hunt the fish down, spot them, and then make a cast to them. So that's what Dylan done with a 150mm shallow diving lure, and yeah, he's on.
Look at that!
Look at that.
That's my fish.
See, just keep at it. Don't wind anymore now. Here's a close-up of Dill's muskie. Just an amazing fish. Unlike anything we get here in Australia. Yeah, this was a real highlight. This is really good. I'd worked out how visual these fish were, and how much easier it was to actually spot them first and then cast to them. I basically spent a lot of time standing up in the canoe, and yeah, I mean, I was casting as we went along, but also just mostly looking for them, feeding up in the grassy shallows, in the weedy shallows. So that's what I'm doing here. Just yeah, like I say, casting as we go along the lily pads here, but yeah, just basically sight fishing for them. And it's been said before that part of fishing is what you see when you're out there, and that was definitely true on this river. As you can see, a beaver making his way across there, and yeah, just the beautiful scenery, the deer that we spotted while we were paddling along. Yeah, it really did make this a spectacular trip. Oh, down he goes. They're a bit shy, these beavers. A bit like the muskie are proving to be. Oh yeah. Jeez, they hit hard, these little fellas. Angry, angry little fish. They are. Here's a small muskie that I spotted feeding along the weedy edge. Just check out this this take. Absolutely amazing. Yes, yes. Ah. Come here, you angry little fish. Oh man, they're savage. Everything just seems to be so bloody angry. Only a little fella, this one. But that's all good. A little muskie. So this bit of underwater footage makes it pretty obvious what these fish are doing here. Chasing after these minnows up in the weedy edges. No shortage of them, and they just come in and smash into anyone that looks like an easy target. In this case was my lure. A fascinating, stunning looking fish. Some of the best time had on this trip was on the dock with the kids. Check out these two big smallmouth bass. On the Burnt River in Ontario, Canada. Just this morning, been going to be trying to sight fish for muskie. Yeah, just along weed edges and anywhere where the water's running a little bit faster. They seem to be concentrating. It's an absolutely cracking morning weather-wise, and yeah, hopefully we get to see a fish or two. Oh, there's a little fella. Super aggressive, those little guys. Little smallmouth bass. Anyway, not what we're after at the minute, we'll get onto them later. And they seem to be concentrating in these big sand piles, sandbars with timber on them. You'll get 2 or 3 or 4 decent sized ones too, so they should be good fun. But for now we'll yeah, see if we can find a muskie. So after a period of casting and searching for muskie, the allure of the smallmouth bass was getting too much to take. So switched over to the lighter gear and yeah, had some fun with the local smallmouth bass, and yeah, had a ball. This place is loaded with these little fellas. I'm picking up the odd decent sized one amongst them, but these guys are too much fun. Just on that squidgy soft plastic, and yeah, super fun, these little fellas. And plenty of them. How about that? After great success vertically fishing for golden perch in Australia with soft plastics, I couldn't resist trying them in this little spot here underneath this pile of timber, and yeah, come up trumps. Almost. What the hell's that? Oh, there's a nice smallmouth there. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, bugger. We'll head down there below the rapids again tomorrow. And in the meantime, we'll drift our way down, chasing the smallmouth, which are just good sport. Seem like they're heading a bit deeper. Sun's getting up a bit. Go and find some more jams in the shadows. Smallmouth bass are a powerful fish at any size, feisty and aggressive, ready to eat anything. Unreal. Feisty little fella sitting up here in the shadows. And so this marks the end of our river trip on the Burnt River in Ontario, Canada. We really enjoyed fishing and filming and making this video for you. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and if you have, click the like and subscribe button to catch my next real life fishing video. Thanks very much.